The first thing to know is that your cardiovascular system is innervated, and it's got nerves that are very integral for function. So palpitations and blood pressure control, being able to just have general well-being, like having good energy. So when people show up with this kind of extraordinary fatigue or unexplained palpitations or blood pressure issues that seem labile or super low and they don't make sense, this is when we start wondering, are the nerves of the cardiometabolic system being affected? And then what do we need to do? Because when the nerves are affected, what's happening is that you're going to lose sympathetic tone, relatively speaking. And you're going to lose parasympathetic tone, which is the relaxation vagus nerve response. So when you have less vagal tone, that means you have net more sympathetic tone. And what that means is we have a resting tachycardia. And resting tachycardia is just an extra burden on the cardiovascular system. And this, I'm not even going into how this is also being fed by hyperglycemia, like whether you have prediabetes, metabolic syndrome, or frank type 2 diabetes. That hyperglycemia is also inducing neuronal injury through oxidative stress and advanced glycation end products. So all this like net damage is affecting cardiometabolic organs and outcomes.
Interesting. And is there something specific to diabetes in that?
Yeah, it's the specific hyperglycemia, right? So when you have high blood sugar, it's just a great milieu to damage nerves, specifically the autonomic nerve. So what's interesting is you can actually progress diabetes and heart disease considerably faster because the neurological system is affected. It's not just that old, like, oh, we have, neuropathy in the feet. We have neuropathy in the heart. We have neuropathy happening in the cardiovascular system, not just the end organs that they feed.
Yeah, it's really interesting. I mean, when all shakes out on the like public health numbers of the pandemic, do you think this will be one of the key sort of drivers, or I guess part of the physiology that drove the poor outcomes for America in COVID?
Yes, that's what the research is really showing, is that with these post-COVID and long COVID patients, their morbidity is significant. There's many people with COVID that have residual symptoms greater than 6 months out, and it could be related to this dysautonomia. It's not just, hey, I had a bad infection. It's that infection, inflammation, irritated and inflamed the vagus nerve, and the vagus nerve, because it hasn't been addressed, continues to dysfunction. So just like if you injured your leg playing soccer, otherwise known as football,
yep,
in your language, you're not just going to put a cast on it and afterwards think that the leg is great. You've got to rehab that leg back, all the muscles and everything back. And what we're doing post-COVID is we're thinking that after COVID, that vagus nerve is just going to pop back up. But many things we do in our current lifestyle is not very friendly to the vagus nerve. So we have to bring back lifestyle medicine to bring back vagus tone.